All right, this is Jon Wiens. I'm the Manager of Accountability for the department. And so I want to talk a little bit about school accountability. Our schools are rated on a new rating system that went into effect with our waiver from the Elementary and Secondary Education Act. And we've modified the school rating system to include one major new indicator, and I'll talk about that. First, we use achievement in the ratings for schools, and this is the percentage meeting or exceeding in reading and math. The new term will be proficient on Smarter once we move there. So the first indicator in our school rating system is achievement, which I said is the percentage meeting or exceeding in reading and math. The second indicator is growth. The thing to know about it is we're measuring individual student growth from year to year in reading and math. So we're looking at an individual student, looking at their test scores over time and making a judgment or evaluating their growth from year to year, looking for students with high growth and looking for students with low growth. And we aggregate that up to the school level, and we look at whether schools as a whole are showing high growth for their students or low growth. And that's the second measure. We also look at the growth of student subgroups such as limited English proficient and students with disabilities. The third indicator, which applies only to high schools, is graduation. And here we look at both 4-year and 5-year cohort graduation rates, which is looking at what percentage of students earn a regular high school diploma within 4 years of entering high school, and then also how many earn a diploma within 5 years. And that's part of the rating system as well, and we look at subgroup graduation rates for that indicator. There's a fourth indicator, which is participation, and there we are trying to ensure that nearly every student takes the assessments so that the data we're using is representative of the school. Now, the rating system that was implemented last year on the report cards assigns schools a rating of level 1 up to level 5, with level 5 being the highest. And an important thing to remember about this rating system is it's basically what we call normative. And that is, the levels are really set with the goal of having a certain percentage of students, of schools at each level. So for instance, level 5 will represent the top 10% of schools. And this will hold true as we transition into Smarter Balanced. We intend to have level 5 represent the top 10% of schools. Level 1 represents the lowest 5% of schools. And these level 1 schools that were also Title I were the schools that were named priority schools 2 years ago. Level 2 encapsulates the next 10% of schools. And if you were a Title I school and you were level 2, well, many of those became what were called focus schools. We also have levels 3 and 4, which encompass the rest of the schools. You can broadly think of level 3 as being schools that are slightly below average, and then level 4 schools are generally above average, but not in the top 10%. So I want you to remember that we have these 5 levels, and that this description in terms of the percentage of schools at each level will hold through the transition that I'm about to talk about.